Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone that rule well. And peace and salutations to the elect of Israel, to you I say Shalom. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the flock of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. And I did a lesson before, probably a couple years ago, about the Statue of Liberty, man. All right? Statue of Liberty was before, back in the old days, not the old days, but like probably 100 years ago, where people were immigrating towards Ellis Island. Statue of Liberty was the first symbol that people seen, man. All right, when these so-called immigrants started coming over to Babylon in New York, they immigrated to a place called Ellis Island to register and things of that nature. But nonetheless, another name for the Statue of Liberty is Lady Liberty, man. All right, it's supposed to be a symbol of freedom and things of that nature. What people don't realize is that the Statue of Liberty isn't really a lady at all, man. Right? Some people will label it as a transformer, but it's really a hermaphrodite, man. Right? And if I could zoom in, this statue has no, even though it's portrayed as a woman, it has no curves in its hips, no breasts, none of that, man. All right? Strong jawline. All right? It's a hermaphrodite. So let me go to dictionary.com. Hermaphrodite in biology, an organism such as an earthworm or a plant having both male and female reproductive organs at the same time or throughout its lifespan. Older use or offensive use. A person who has both testicular and ovarian tissue. An intersex person, right? The alphabet community, man. LGBTI, man. The I is for the intersex, man. Right? So Babylon been on this agenda since day one, man. All right, but nonetheless, another thing about the Statue of Liberty, right? It resembles a so-called Greek goddess called Hecate, right? And Hecate was the goddess of witchcraft, man. Right? Hecate goddess. What is Hecate goddess of? Hecate's scope of divine duties was extensive in ancient Greek religion. She was most notably a goddess of magic, witchcraft, the night, light, ghosts, necromancy, and the moon. All abominations, man. All right? And before I jump to Isaiah 47, we jump over to Deuteronomy. It's like Exodus 22 and 18. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Right? Practicing witchcraft is an automatic death sentence according to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And Babylon promotes witchcraft, man. They'll put out movies making that makes the witchcraft look cool, man. I mean, there's one movie in the 90s called The Craft about these 3 Edomite women who got into witchcraft, man, and they made that shit look cool. And fast forward to today, that shit is popular, man. All right, they sell pentagrams, all types of things out in the open, man. All right, jump back to Isaiah 47. But before I jump to Isaiah 47, let's go to the image of Hecate. All right, so go to images, Slakia. Let me go to Wikipedia first. Hecate is a goddess in ancient Greek religion and mythology, most often shown holding a pair of torches, a key, snakes, or accompanied by dogs, and in later periods depicted as 3-formed or triple-bodied. Right. So when you go to the Google Images and look at pictures of this so-called Greek goddess, you'll see 3 people, you'll see basically 3 bodies or all into one, right? But that was in later depictions. The original depiction was a woman with 7 horns in her head carrying a torch, man, just like the Statue of Liberty, man. All right, she is variously associated with crossroads, entranceways, right? And again, when I brought out through the spirit Ellis Island, about how that was the entranceway for immigrants to come into Babylon, man, was the first thing they seen. They seen the Statue of Liberty, man. Night, light, magic, protection from witchcraft, the moon, knowledge of herbs and poisonous plants, graves, ghosts, necromancy and sorcery, man. All abominations, man. All right. We go to images here. All right. So again, you'll see in later depictions it's shown as 3 people. But if you go to like original depictions, it's basically a woman holding a torch with 7 horns in her head, man. Just like it's like the so-called Statue of Liberty, man. All right. And this is Amazon selling this, man. And they got 213 reviews, man. So you know at least 1,000 people bought it. It's the lock here for the noise, man. Satan. So you know at least 1,000 people bought it, man. All right. But nonetheless, let's get to the scriptures. Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. All right, and the virgin daughter of Babylon is America, man. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. All right, so, you know, now we know who this chapter is talking about, man. All right, let me jump down to, I'm jumping down to verse 5. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldees, for thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms. Right, again, America is likened to ancient Rome, ancient Greece, ancient Egypt, the Assyrians, Chaldeans, man. All right. Verse 6, I was wroth with my people, I have polluted mine inheritance, and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient thou hast verily, Salakia, upon the ancient thou very, Salakia. Isaiah 47:6, I was wroth with my people, I have polluted mine inheritance, and given them into thine hand, and thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke, and thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thine heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it, right? Babylon, aka America, promotes this wickedness, right? Promotes witchcraft, promotes sorceries, right? They're not considering the latter end or what's going to be the consequence for these wicked abominations, man. All right, verse 8. Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, right? Because in America, you could do whatever you want. You could be whoever you want, man. All right, except for an Israelite, man. All right, if you are so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native American, you call yourself an Israelite, watch what happens to you, man. All right? You're not allowed to be the chosen people. But Amalek can. The so-called white man can. But except for you, even though you are by the blood, man. All right? Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. And Esau does have that pride, that they have a God complex, where they believe since, you know, they were put in a higher position by the Most High, man. The only reason Esau Edom was raised up was for our punishment, man. All right, Psalm 17:13 will tell you that. But nonetheless, that pride has deceived them, man. Now they think they could do whatever they want with no repercussion, man. All right, they think there's nobody else beside them, man. But that's not true, man. There's nobody beside the Lord. This is why his name is the Most High, man. The Most High means there's nothing above him, man. All right, or beside him. All right, verse 9. But these 2 things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. All right. One of the reasons why America is going to be destroyed, man, is because of the enchantments, because of the pharmakia, man, because of the witchcraft, man, because of Hollywood, man. That's just one of the reasons, man. This is one. All right. And no matter, you know what, they're not going to repent for it, man. Let me jump down to verse 12. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, If so, thou shalt be able to profit. If so, thou mayest prevail. And this is exactly what America's going to do, man. They're going to continue with the witchcraft and their sorceries, thinking that they're going to prevail, man. All right? But it's not going to happen, man. According to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Verse 13, thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Behold, they shall be as stubble, and a fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor a fire to sit before it. Right? And America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles, man. For the most part, man. But also the chariots of Yahushai, man. All right, because Yahushai is going to get busy on this place too, man. All right, and Lord willing, we're part of that number. We're going to get busy on this place too, man. All right. But let me jump over to the book of Nahum, chapter 3. Nahum 3 and 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, you know, that's talking about America, man. All right, the mistress of witchcrafts that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame, and I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock. Right. All right. You know, and all these other heathen nations are going to see the judgment of America, man. Pursuant to Revelation 18, man. They're going to see, man. They're going to see this place get destroyed, man. All right. This is the Lord's going to make an example of this place, man. Just like, you know, he did with Sodom and Gomorrah. Hey, just like he did with the flood, the Lord's about to make his name be known through the four corners of the earth, man. Revelation 17 and 1. And there came of the 7 angels, which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying, Come hither, and I will show thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. And that great whore is talking about America, man. All right? With whom the kings of the earth had committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth had been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Right? That fake philosophy, Caesar Borgia. Well, that's part of the wine that the other nations drunk, man. Because you could go to some countries like India, some places in China, where you'll see images of Caesar Borgia and people worshiping him there, man. All right. Let me jump down to Slaki, let me just read through it. Revelation 17 and 3. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Right. Hey, just like the scripture describes Esau of Edom as the border of wickedness, man. Right? So when you have a border of something, it's really the end and the beginning of something, man. Or if you go down to Texas and you go to the Texas-Mexico border, you're at the end of Texas, but the beginning of Mexico, man. Right? Just like Esau Edom is the border of wickedness. Esau Edom is going to be the end, really the beginning and end of wickedness, man. Because spiritually Esau was in the garden with Eve, man, convincing her to go off, man. All right? That was the beginning of all of this, man. That's the beginning of wickedness, and he's going to be the end too, right? Because 2nd Ezra 6 talks about how Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of their Salakia. Let me just get it real quick. 2nd Ezra 6. 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. Right? And all we're seeing is biblical prophecy play out, man. And we're at the end of it, man. We're at the last few prophecies to be fulfilled. before Yahushua reigns on earth forever and ever, man. And one of the last few prophecies to be filled, outside of the sea hip being mandated, right, the mark of the beast, outside of World War III popping off full scale, right, outside of martial law and economic collapse, is the complete destruction of America, man. All right? But I'm going to wrap it up with that. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakal Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone that rule well. And peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. Until next time, I want to say shalom and a Baba Ball.